back with another naturally obsessed look into basketball. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the video. And as I always like to preface by saying, I am not a basketball expert, just a fan who's naturally obsessed. And in this video, I'm going to kind of give you a synopsis of where I believe we are based off of conversations I've had, based off of things I'm seeing on social media from people I deem to be reputable sources, and just me trying to communicate with people who have a much better understanding of what's going on from the Indiana Pacers side than I do. Because as you always know, most of the opinions that I form are based off of people that are much more involved in the Phoenix Suns side than anyone I personally know. And they know a hell of a lot more about the situation than both you and me. So I'm going to trust what they are telling me, and I'm going to leave it at that. So last night I made a video about a report stating that the Indiana Pacers are determined to, at the very least, offer Deandre Ayton an offer sheet via restricted free agency. And it's also being reported that through multiple people, I'm not just saying bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, I always do my due diligence to give you guys accurate information, and it's being reported from numerous reputable sources that the Indiana Pacers are willing to at least try to work out some sort of sign and trade scenario. Now, in the last video, I have a lot of people from the Indiana Pacers fan base. Granted, you guys probably know a hell of a lot more of what's going on down there than I do. Again, so before you ridicule everything I'm about to say, I'm talking about things from the Phoenix Suns perspective. So it was confirmed to me. I could not get a timetable on when something could potentially happen. But like I mentioned in the video yesterday, the Pacers cannot actually make that offer until July 9th, because that's when the money from Malcolm Brogdon is going to come off of their books, and that's when they'll have the cap space for Deandre Ayton. So a couple things. A lot of people commented in the last video, why would they do that? It would be stupid to give something up when they don't have to. Who cares if the Phoenix matches the offer, blah, 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 blah. All sorts of ridiculous stuff. I'm sure it made total sense in your head, and that's fine. Your opinion's your opinion. You're not wrong. My opinion's my opinion. I'm not wrong. But here's the thing, guys. All I was trying to say, and I'm going to double down right now, if the Indiana Pacers are indeed interested in Deandre Ayton to a level that they're willing to offer him whatever, say the max for argument's sake. I don't know if that's the case. I do believe so, but don't quote me on that. If the offer sheet was to be less than the max, I would not be surprised. If it was for the max, I would not be surprised. But if they want him bad enough and they offer him an offer sheet, the Phoenix Suns are just going to match it, guys. I'm telling you, they are not letting Deandre Ayton walk away for nothing. So if they want him bad enough, it's in their best interest to try to work out a sign and trade scenario beforehand. That way they can get the guy that they want. And every single reputable people who I deem, I should say, as reputable sources, because let's face it, to fit our narratives, you're going to find whatever wrong. You're going to say like, oh, back in 2014, he was wrong about this. He's not so reputable. People I deem reputable sources are all linking Miles Turner as part of the deal. Now, here's the thing. Remember, in a sign and trade scenario, due to rules in the CBA, it puts a cap limitation on how much salary the Phoenix Suns can receive back from the trade. So, for example, it was at $30.5 million, Deandre Ayton's projected salary on a max contract for next year. But given that the cap went up, I think his projected salary is about $31.5 million. Don't quote me on that. I'm just, I read a whole bunch of reports today. I'm trying to just gather my thoughts right now on what that number was. But needless to say, roughly, the Phoenix Suns can only receive roughly back about $19.5 million in salary, if I'm not mistaken. So Miles Turner fits that. I believe he's only making $18 million next year. That fits. Here's the problem, though, that I'm seeing a lot of arguments about, and I get it. I really do. Like I always say, guys, I'm a fair guy. I always try to advocate for both sides, play the devil's advocate. A lot of people are saying, why would the Pacers offer any draft compensation when they'd be doing the Suns a favor, blah, blah. I don't view it as them doing the Suns a favor. I view it as the Suns are willing to work with the Pacers to get the guy they want, because let's be real, you might hate Deandre Ayton. You might love Deandre Ayton. I love Deandre Ayton. I really do. I wish there was a way to make this work, but there comes a time when certain players are just ready to move off of and try to get something better. And that's where I'm at with Deandre Ayton. I love the guy. I wish it could work, but I'm ready for a change. So you're giving the Pacers the guy that reportedly they want, and you're giving the Suns a piece of value back. And you might, if you're the Phoenix Suns, have to include some sort of different player, different draft compensation. I really don't know if it would be like a way in the future first round pick or a second round pick. I don't know, guys. I can't get any solid yes or no answer on what a trade would look like. But here's a question that I have. I made a video this morning about potential free agents and TJ McConnell. I'm wondering if the Suns could potentially work something out to get TJ McConnell, adding another player. And it just got me thinking. I don't know this. I'm not saying this is going to happen, guys, and just don't quote me on this. This is just a thought I have that I'm putting out there because I'm curious, if you're a Phoenix Suns fan, what you think about it. Is there any way that, say, the Suns do attach some sort of draft capital and the Pacers are willing to deal TJ McConnell? Would the Pacers take on Cam Payne? Because, one, from the Pacers side, there's no reason to have a Cam Payne on your roster, in my opinion. But at the same time, he has no guaranteed money after next year, so the Pacers can waive him, try to trade him if they do decide to give him a go this year and he has a bounce back year. Maybe they can get something for him. But it's just an idea on bounce. Again, if you're a Pacers fan, I understand there's probably no reason why you would even want Cam Payne, but it's just a thought I'm brewing because I do feel like TJ McConnell is movable by the Pacers. I think they want to go with as young of a roster as they can and start developing their guys for the future, which is why I feel like Deandre Ayton is such a good fit for the Indiana Pacers and why they would want him as bad as I'm hearing and reading that they would. And now for the second part of this video. Does a simple sign and trade with the Indiana Pacers kill the Kevin Durant deal? There's so many people that have been commenting on these videos that have no idea what they're talking about. Simply, don't be naive. Of course it kills a KD deal. What's left to trade? What's this? Guys, use your head. Think, as I'm always saying, think outside the box. Deandre Ayton was never going to the Nets to begin with. It was going to need to be a 3-team trade to make the contracts work and spread salaries around, all that. So, here's what my research showed me today. I've been saying that even if the Phoenix Suns move Deandre Ayton in a deal outside of the Indiana Pacers deal, they could just simply use the capital that they're receiving back and add it to any trade that they would try to make with Brooklyn for Kevin Durant. And in my research, I found a lot of articles that were linking Miles Turner to the Brooklyn Nets at last season's trade deadline. there appears that there at least was interest in Miles Turner. I can't confirm if there still is or not. I have no idea. I know they brought in Royce O'Neal. Maybe they're happy with it. I don't know. But there, at the very least, was interest in Miles Turner. And you can, unlike Deandre Ayton, you can trade him to the Nets because they would not be hard capped receiving a Miles Turner. It's just something to think about, guys. But the same way I have doubled, even tripled down that I believe Kevin Durant is going to be the Phoenix Suns this upcoming year, I'm going to double down right now and say Deandre Ayton going to the Pacers in a separate deal will not kill a Kevin Durant trade. And I don't even want to hear any arguments. I welcome difference of opinion always. So if you disagree with me, tell me why. But guys, I'm right until I'm wrong. Plain and simple. Just like you. If you think I'm crazy and you think like DeAndre Ayton trade to the Pacers kills this deal, you're right until you're wrong. But guys, I am doubling down on that. I do not believe in the slightest that a separate DeAndre Ayton deal kills a potential Kevin Durant to Phoenix deal. But let me know what you guys are thinking. I know a lot of you have been asking in the comments of my previous videos what's going on with this. I tried to find out as much as I can. I'm sure throughout the rest of the day into tomorrow, I'll find out a little more. I'm sure the situation is going to be developing a little bit more. And guys, as I find more stuff out, you'll find more stuff out. I appreciate you guys so much. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, guys.